Good morning. Good morning, all.
Morning. Good morning, Latha ji.
Yeah. Happy Sunday morning to all of you.
Hello, dear members. First, a big thank you for joining us. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. First, a big thank you for joining us. Youth leadership coach Latha Chandrasekaran is here to talk about non-verbal communication. So, are you all interested, excited? I am very excited. I am Sudevi Prili Chatterjee, your host today. I welcome you all to the club. This is popular as Youth Take Lead. Many of you are thought leaders like today's speaker Latha Chandrasekaran. So join us every Sunday morning and participate to assist Indian youth in their leadership journey. We are following an easy and interesting format. After we listen to Latha Chandrasekaran, we have a quiz today. And our quiz master is Agasthya Bhardwaj. So over to you, Mrs. Latha Chandrasekaran.
Thank you so much. And a very good morning, Sunday morning to all of you. Right? So it's the best time to sit, relax, and to understand the small nuance of life, what is around us. Many things we speak out, so many things we don't speak out, but we understand. So let's have a small, this one about how life is around us and how we tend to absorb each and everything. Normally they say, like how we say weighs more than what we say. I would like to point out an Oscar-winning movie in the year 2012, named by The Artist, wherein absolutely there was no verbal communication, but the artists have taken it to another level that it had scored the Oscar award. And of course, I think at least a younger generation, if you don't know, please go and see Charlie Chaplin's movies. And the most celebrated comedian, I can say, the world has ever produced. He had hardly used any verbal communication, yet his golden rush and everything, it comes with message, comedy with the message, what not you want, everything will be available in that. Same way, of course, when we look into sports, so time out, nobody is going to have the speaker and going to say time out, just this, that's it. And also in cricket, when we look into it, for 4, for 6, for white ball, whatever it may be, it's all about non-verbal communication, isn't it? I'm sure all of you accept it. Now, the effective communication wherein actually words are not being used can be termed as non-verbal communication. Now, of course, there are many ways of communicating non-verbally. Just majorly, we can categorize into 7 types. One definitely can be body language or body movement, or if you have to give a scientific term to it, it is kinesics. Wherein, of course, we know, like, even a small child will know, a toddler will know that when mama is angry, when she is happy. So, even the child knows, child can read the body language, needless to say. And, it can definitely, the main idea, what it conveys, relaxed mode, or, in a very rigid mode, or in a very timid mode. Confidence, everything can be gauged using body language. I think the most powerful language is body language, right? So that gets the maximum points of non-verbal communication. Of course, nevertheless, the other things what we can discuss, the posture, very important. So normally, wherever we go, when we are very attentive, so it means that you sit straight and you attend to it. So it means that, very attentive. So normally, that's the thing. And of course, you are going in a movie theater, You don't sit straight until and unless it's a climax scene or, some kind of thriller, this one. So seats are there, gold, IMAX, what not you have. So wherein you can relax, you can chill, you can, this one. So that posture again talks many things about the non-verbal communication. Of course, it has an effect on the health as well. So the right posture has this one. But when we specifically talk about non-verbal communication, of course, posture. And the next comes the eye contact. Normally, when a child is born, first the elders, what they say, okay, the child is making an eye contact within a month, then absolutely fine. The child's neurological this growth and everything, which is expected during the child is being born. So it's absolutely fine. The elders feel very happy if the child is going to have the eye contact. Okay, so again, we know that eye contact with some person is like, it shows the truthfulness, it shows the confidence, and nothing to hide. So those kind of thoughts, those kind of emotions are being well explained. But we need to remember certain things. This is not an universal truth that when you make an eye contact, then absolutely, it is like absolutely you are clear and everything. Nothing of that sort. I will give you a small example. In Latin America, when you make an eye contact, even in a very in a very respectful manner also, it is treated to be very rude. You don't make eye contact in Latin America with the elders or whoever is, the hierarchical position, whoever is senior to the designated post and all those things. So that is, taken to be a personal offense over there. So of course, we have to keep the geographical location and the culture, everything in mind in doing that. And of course, the next one is paralanguage. What do you mean by para-language? Something paranormal looking, sounding paranormal? Absolutely not. We know that a human voice can be basically divided into 3 or 4 categories: bass, normal voice, then sharp voice, shrill voice, right? So when do one use a shrill voice? When one is feeling helpless, when one is feeling frustrated, and when someone needs the attention, so the shrill voice comes, right? And when you can really listen to the bass voice. Bass voice is when one is if I wanted to say what I want, whatever may be the other person's reaction or whatever, I tend to use bass voice. Being students, you would have noticed your teachers, to some extent, she would have yelled at you people helplessly, the top of the voice, keep quiet, this and that. Once she knows that it's beyond the control, immediately she'll reduce her voice. She will just fold her arms and she will stand. And then she says, keep quiet. That's it. That's the end. Means I don't want to hear more from you. So that's an excellent, this one I can use for paralanguage. And more to it, of course, the tone, the pitch, so much more to it. Then, of course, even the sarcastic, this one also can be found out by one's tone. It's like a hidden agenda, hidden language you can definitely talk about. And next comes probably the most talked about in the 1.5 years, the personal space. Right. So personal space, or the scientific word what I can give is proximus. You can definitely, when I say proximus, it may look alien, but actually what I mean to say is there are, the personal space given to a person while, communicating. Widely, we can categorize into 4. One is intimate distance. Intimate distance is when you see your grandparents, or when you see after a long time you're traveling back, you're seeing your mom, you're seeing your dad. What you do, quickly you go, you touch their feet, you give a hug. So that is intimate distance. that's a classic category of intimate distance, wherein, you contact and to the maximum only 1.5 feet. That's the, you can say that's the, we categorize as intimate distance. Then the personal distance, wherein you can, when you see your relatives, your uncle, your aunt, your friends, your neighbors, then what happens? You go quickly, you go to them and you wish, how are you? And, how are things going on? How is the new city and all the stuff? So the distance what we maintain is around 1.5 feet to 4 feet. You don't, when you're going to talk to a relative who is whom you're in contact through phone, this and that, you don't talk from such a long distance and this one. So that comes maybe, that can be an example for personal distance. Next is that social distance. Okay, so that's what I was just telling. For the past 1.5 years, what the most used word probably. And what is the social distance? It's like, for the first time you are meeting someone, it's more of formal, like in a conference hall, or either for the first time you're meeting acquaintance and all those, this one. And the optimal social distance maybe from 4 feet to 12 feet. That's why keep social distancing, keep 1 arm distance. So probably most used, I can say. And here what actually we have taken non-verbal communication to be granted. So that's why what happened actually with the human psychology, what happened, social distancing means we started feeling that, oh, we have distanced ourselves from others. We started having that feeling. So we wanted to get close to our loved ones, irrespective of whichever place we are. We go to their house, we just try to get closer by. Of course, unwanted problems, whatever, it's happening, it's an unexpected, it's like completely a different scenario now, wherein our human mind is trying to, understand social distancing is not formal in this special scenario. It is also part of life. There is the gap which we are trying to adjust. And the other one is public distance. Public distance is 12 feet to the, line of sight, wherein we can see the public speakers, talking on the stage or in a distance. So that is public distance. Of course, here probably, I think from within a short time, I think this virtual distance also can be part of it, wherein non-verbal communication can keep expanding. There is no limit to it. Then, of course, facial expression, needless to say, let me keep it short. Apple, Android have done enough to facial expressions, emojis, emoticons, whatnot, and every day in, day out, we keep using it, right? So happy face, sad face, angry face, whatever, even, and then physiological changes. Physiological changes, again, you don't put that in a normal category, but then that is also saddest example, what I can say, Dr. Abdul Kalam, when he was giving the speech, what happened? He became breathless. There was some kind of physiological changes, wherein he overcome it because he, maybe if I can put him under the category of karma yogi. So he was doing whatever he wants to, do till the last moment. The physiological changes where before others put this one, everything was, went out of hand. That's a different story. But we have to be very, very much aware of physiological changes wherein one is feeling, nervous or restless. It is our duty, whoever is responsible in that room, to comfort that person and relax that person. So that also comes, of course, under non-verbal communication. Maybe I can put it on a serious note for that physiological experience, this one. So as I said, much more. So I have just put it in 7 major categories. Okay. And if you notice, non-verbal communication actually is 70 to 80% of our communication. So verbal communication, you can say maximum 20 to 30% only what words say, but how the words are being said, how I am presenting myself in that place actually matters 70 to 80%. So that's why probably, such a beautiful creation of the Almighty, wherein there is a substitute for each and every sensory organs. There is a substitute, definitely. When we look into the subtler things, we will understand it in a better way. Probably I can put this subtle, this non-verbal communication as subtle expression, subtle communication, wherein it is understood only over the years, and most of it cannot be explained. It needs to be experienced, or it needs to be understood. Of course, just I would like to the culture wherein a non-verbal communication, how the culture varies from place to place. And multinational people are there in a boardroom. So when you say something, and if a citizen of US, if he's going to nod his head, it means that he's accepting what you are saying. Whereas a citizen of Japan is there, it means he has just received, he has heard what you have said. Heard, I'm talking in the literary sense. It's not that he has given a thought to it. So we should not take it for granted that, okay, he has, accepted my idea. No, accepting is different. Just, this one, that I have heard your voice. That is what is meaning by nodding in Japan. Of course, one more I would like to tell. Contact culture, that also comes under non-verbal communication. Contact culture and non-contact culture. Typical example of contact culture, citizens of Saudi Arabia and more of Mediterranean, wherein they show their love, they show their intimacy all the more by touching, by hugging, by touching, and also eating from the same food. It is their part of culture to show the intimacy. Mediterranean. Same way, Japan, to be Japan, US, Germany, there and all, the more you give them the private space, you are considered to be more cultured. Contactless culture is what they believe in. Probably, maybe we can attribute to the less population, more space, whatever may be the reason why that culture would have evolved. But I think we have to respect each and every culture of this soil. And wherever we go, we need to at least make a small homework of what is acceptable there and what feels them happy, what gives them the right, this one, and being gentle. I mean, following the culture of that soil doesn't mean that you are masking your thoughts. No, always there is a way and means in which very pleasantly, very, in an accepting way, you can definitely put forth your thoughts. So for that, I think non-verbal communication plays a major role in that. Yeah. Of course, the pandemic period has made us understand how much we have taken non-verbal communication for granted. Simple example I just told about social distancing. Another one is just to hear audio visually, that's it, no video. Wherein what happened in the initial period, we really had a tough time, just to hear the audio and then try to understand in what sense the other person is trying to say. So it was, now that we have got used to it, but initially, yeah, it was a major challenge, right? So, and also just understanding the things using text message, wherein we missed so much indirect when the other person was talking to us. Just even waiting, we started valuing standing in the balcony, the other person, our friend or our acquaintance, from the distance place they are, just waving their hand, we feel so happy. So probably we have to take it by our stride that, again, this is one more good learning what we have heard, we have learned, and we are moving ahead. Of course, beauty of human species is that only, evolving successfully from whatever challenges being thrown on it time to time. That's a wonderful species, happy to be part of the species, right? Okay, yeah, I don't want to take much of your Sunday time. On a lighter note, would like to end with a Chinese verb. It says that do not believe a person, the laugh of a person, when his belly is not moving. Means that hearty laugh is there, means some kind of body part will move, means that the person has really enjoyed and laughing. Otherwise, don't believe. So much importance is being given for non-verbal communication. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. See you again. Love to, be part of more and more clubs like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Latha ma'am. Nice topic, nice deliberations, and lots of information. So many questions were arising and want to know more from you. So I have posted the email ID of the organization Youth Tech Lead, so that anybody who wants to ask more or want to know more, they can send in their queries. Now, quickly, I'll tell that Soham is going to take videographs and photographs. So, Soham, you want to add something here?
Yeah, so I would now request everybody to smile for a group photograph, which will be put in the blog.
Thank you, Soham, for that. And Agasthya is the quiz master. So quickly over to Agasthya.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
First question and all that. So our first question is, how many types of non-verbal communications were mentioned? Anyone?
So listeners have to unmute themselves before answering. Please, quickly.
Anyone?
Yeah, it's 7.
Yeah, no, wait. Yeah, it's correct. It's correct.
Yes, it's correct. 7. Thank
Great.
you, Amlan. And the second question, Agasthya?
Name any 4 types of non-verbal communications.
Can you repeat the question?
Name any 4 types of non-verbal communication. Any 4 types of non-verbal communications.
Yeah, it's kind of your body language. Yeah. Body language, your posture, your signaling. Like, do you have any signal language if you are using
Yes.
with your
Great.
near and dearest one?
Yeah.
And you can say your what you are using your emoji.
How many percentage of communication is approximately non-verbal?
Yeah, it is 70 to 75%.
Any example of culture-specific non-verbal communication?
Yeah, there were so many examples given by Latha Chandrasekaran. Anybody can join. Veena, Sudipta. Soham, please.
So there was one non-verbal communication where in the Muslim religion, you hug and you touch and you eat from the same platter like that. So that's one type of non-verbal communication which is religious.
Yes, correct. When can non-verbal communication go wrong? Example.
Yeah, Soham, you want to answer that?
No.
Anyone else? Okay, Agasthya, reveal the answer.
It is based on speech.
Yeah, one clue can be given. Latino American.
Yes, the Latin American one.
Okay.
Name
So
any 4 non. Yeah, go continue on.
So yeah, in Latin American, I guess if you do a lot of eye contact, then that is misunderstood. I guess I listened it carefully.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Name any 4 non-verbal clues that convey confidence at work.
how to identify a person who is confident?
Four, ma'am. Four, ma'am. Four. This is the
That's
personal distance, social distance, public distance, and virtual distance.
Confidence at work. The question I think Agastya asked was, like, how do you understand a person is very confident?
Yes.
By his by the non-verbal communication. I think that was the question posted there.
It depends on good eye contact, confident handshake, dressing the part, and pleasant posture. The 4 types of negative facial expressions are, I repeat, the 4 types of negative facial expressions are anyone?
So, yeah, anyone? Yeah, you can reveal the answer then. Nobody's trying this one.
So it is based on speech.
But yeah, but then I think Soham, you can give it a try. Which you don't. I mean, someone not making the place comfortable. So how do you find? You can try.
Too much eye contact can be negative.
Yes. More than 30 seconds, eye contact should not be there. Yeah, that's wonderful.
So we have almost come to the end of today's discussion. So quickly, Soham will talk about some videography he's doing. So over to Soham.
Yeah, so this whole session has been videographed. This session was really interesting, and everybody did a good attempt at answering the questions. So this whole session has been videographed and will be uploaded on our official YouTube channel. I will post the link in the chat if you want to go and check out some videos and subscribe to it.
So mentors as well as mentees are requested to join next meetings. These are happening on every Sunday at 10 a.m. to maximum 10:30 to 10:40. And these will be quick meetings, but we will have a lot of insights from many other speakers. And all of us will gather more knowledge, will deliberate on interesting topics on leadership and discuss about them. And I thank today's speaker, Mrs. Latha Chandrasekaran, for giving such insightful information and knowledge to us, which was very helpful. A lot of things were very new, specifically about many cultures in the world, which we do not talk about a lot. But thank you, Latha Chandrasekaran ma'am, that you have given so many information in such a short span of time. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Looking forward for more.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
See you all. Thank you very much, and thank you for participating in the quiz. Today's quiz winner is Amlan Mukhopadhyay. He has attempted most of the questions and has answered. So thank you so much, Amlan. Good job, and see you next Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.